If you walk into your boss's office and say, I deserve a promotion, you may be making your promotion less likely. And I know this sounds strange, because if you have worked hard, if you've delivered results, and you have been in a company for years, shouldn't you be able to ask for a promotion? Yes. But the way you ask matters. There is a smarter question you can ask your boss. One that changes the conversation from give me a promotion to show me what I need to do to earn it. And I'll give you the exact words before this video ends. I was passed over for promotion several times before I did what I'm about to tell you now. And I was promoted 3 times in 2 years. But I didn't walk into my manager's office and say, I think I deserve a promotion. No. Instead, I went to him and asked, what are the gaps I need to close in anticipation for a promotion? You see, that question started a very different conversation. My manager pointed out areas where I needed to improve, and then I went back to work on those gaps. That taught me something very important. A promotion conversation should not start with what you think you deserve. No, it should start with what the company needs to see from you before you can confidently move up. So, what exactly are managers looking for? This is what I look for when I'm watching someone who wants to move into the next level. I don't just look at their job title. I look at how they already behave. Are they already leading? Do people naturally look to them for help? Do they support and mentor younger colleagues? Can they take responsibility without waiting for someone to push them? These things are very important, because the truth is this: your boss is not only asking, has this person done their job well? No, they are equally asking, can I trust this person enough to handle a higher responsibility? And that leads to one of the biggest mistakes professionals make when asking for a promotion. They talk about how long they've been in the company. I've been here for 5 years. I've been doing this job for 7 years. I've waited long enough. But this is the problem with that statement. Time served is not the same as readiness. You don't just get promoted simply because you stayed somewhere long enough. Promotion is based on performance and competence. And I want you to think about that carefully. If you were the manager, would you promote someone because they've been around for 5 years? Or because they have shown that they can handle greater responsibility? There is another mistake that can hurt your chances even more. Some people walk into the promotion conversation as if the promotion is something the company owes them. No. That is a wrong mindset. Your salary is something you are entitled to receive for the work that you have agreed to do. But a promotion is earned when you show that you are ready for more responsibility. So instead of saying, I've worked here for 5 years, I think I deserve a promotion, try something more strategic. I want to grow into the next level. What would you need to see from me for you to confidently recommend me for that role? Do you see the difference? The first statement tells your boss what you want. The second asks your boss what the business needs to see. And that is much stronger conversation to have. Now, before I forget, I have a promotions checklist that will help you look at where you currently stand and identify the gaps you may need to close before asking for that promotion. Download it with the free links in the descriptions, because I don't just want you asking for a promotion. First, make sure that you are actually preparing for one. Go download that checklist now. Here's the conversation. Don't just walk into your manager's office and say, I want a promotion. Use these statements instead. I would like to position myself for the next level. What do I need to do in the next 3 months to position myself strongly for this promotion? Then ask, which gaps in my performance or skills do I need to close? That's it. But don't stop there. Listen carefully to the answer, because your manager may tell you something you didn't expect. Maybe your technical skills are strong, but you don't lead enough. Maybe you deliver your own work, but you don't help others grow. Maybe you are good at solving problems, but your communication needs a lot of work. Or maybe you need to start taking ownership of bigger projects. Whatever they tell you, don't argue. This is very important. Don't argue. Write it down. Then ask one more question. If I close these gaps and demonstrate this consistently, would you be comfortable recommending me for the next level? Now, you've changed the conversation completely. You are no longer begging for a promotion. You are asking for a clear path, a criteria to know when you become promotion ready. Here's one more thing I want you to do. Don't have this conversation and disappear for another 6 months. No, that's another mistake. If your manager gives you 3 things to work on, turn those 3 things into your personal promotion plan. Then come back, show the progress, ask for feedback, show that you acted on what you are told. Because now your manager is not just hearing you say, I want a promotion. They are seeing this person asked what was missing, took the feedback seriously, and fixed the gaps, and now is operating at a higher level. It gives your manager something they can actually defend when your name comes up in that promotion discussion. Because ultimately, your boss needs a reason to recommend you. Give them one. If your manager asks you today, why are you ready for the next level? Could you answer without talking about how many years you've been in the company? Could you point to the results you've delivered? Could you show that you are already leading? Could you show how you've helped other people grow? Could you show that you can handle more responsibilities beyond your current role? If the answer is no, don't panic. That's exactly why we are having this conversation. You don't need to walk into your boss's office pretending you are already perfect, because you're not. You might not be. You need to find out what is missing, then close that gap. That is what this is all about. And if you're watching this and thinking, Austin, I know I'm ready for more, but I don't exactly know what is holding me back, that is where I can help you. You can use the link in the descriptions of this video to book a one-on-one conversation with me. We can look at where you are, where you want to go, and what may be standing between you and that next leadership role. Whatever you do, don't wait for your manager to magically notice that you are ready. No, start the conversation. Ask the questions, find the gaps, close them, and give your manager a reason to say yes. The bigger lesson is this. The people who get promoted are not always the people who work the hardest. No, I've seen it over and over again. They are often the people who become obviously ready for that next level. And once you understand that, you stop chasing promotions and start building the evidence for one. Go and implement this. That's where the secret lies. You can listen to all of this with no implementation, meaning no result. Implement it and come back to me with the feedback. Let's look at it together. Now, AI is changing the workplace, and many workers have already been laid off. What kind of employee will companies still struggle to replace in today's AI-driven market? That's what I'm discussing in this next video. The 1% of workers AI can replace. You need to say this.